Hey fantastic people, welcome back to F1ntastic Gaming. You can see we are continuing right off from last episode. We're here with F1 2020 My Team Career Mode episode 3. You can see on the activity timeline we have some time, I think 9 days. But right now we're going to look at the vehicle performance, because our performance, we really need to improve it. You can see that the department morale is actually pretty bad, like especially for the durability morale. Right now we have enough resource points for one upgrade, so I'm going to do the fuel efficiency upgrade, which will come in before the Chinese Grand Prix. Now we're going to go back to the activity timeline. You can see I did autofill, but it wasn't that good. So I'm going to do a funded team event, which is a funded trip, I think, for the team, which is away from the team headquarters, and it gets us some good department morale. The sponsor advertisement gets us team acclaim and some cash. You can see we're going back to the normal livery. We did a special livery for the Bahrain Grand Prix, but now we're going back to the normal one, which is red and black. So we're gonna head straight into the race weekend. So we're here at our work station for the Vietnamese Grand Prix. We don't have any rivals yet, but when I look at the weather...
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
It's raining! You can see in the race it's gonna be heavy rain, full wet conditions on the track. Actually, I don't think full wet, but it is gonna be very wet. The first time we raced at Vietnam, the first F1 2020 gameplay on the channel was full wet, and I was hoping this would be dry, but that isn't the case here. But you can see that the department morale is good after that funded team event, but we now head to FP1.
We're going to be logging some extra data during this session. Nothing you need to worry about, but as we have some new parts, we'll just confirm they're performing to spec.
You may have seen from team headquarters, and you can see from Jeff's radio message, that there are some new parts. There's general durability and another upgrade, but now we head out on track. Just wanted to show you guys how the car reacts to Vietnam, because obviously it's a very difficult track. It's a new track. This is the first time there's Vietnam on a career mode. But yeah, things were looking pretty okay. I mean, it was a little bit feisty off the traction there, but otherwise the car was doing pretty well. You can see that we're getting a lot of oversteer through that penultimate corner, which we got from that first gameplay as well. That first video of F1 2020 on the channel, the same thing happened. But yeah, our lap time was pretty bad, 1 minute 43.7 seconds, so far behind Bottas. We improved very much from that first lap, around 1.4 seconds improvement, but we're still 2.4 seconds behind Bottas. We did the track acclimatization program, went incredibly well, and you can see that it went pretty good. We finished P14 in FP1. A little bit worrying there, because that's pretty low, but we have a press interview.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it. It looks like you're locked into a battle with this driver. Would you say that they're a thorn in your side?
I have to go with the option on the right, because they are not causing me trouble. Danny Kvyat is behind me.
Start of the season. How do you think things are going to go for you?
I want to show confidence in my team, so I'm going to go with the option on the left. It would get us some good acclaim, but I really want to show that I believe in my
You
team.
left a lot of paint on the walls today. Were you struggling for grip, or did you just misjudge some corners?
I'm going no comment. This one's risky, this one's tough. It could affect our acclaim badly.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Although this could affect us badly later, Claire is not annoyed yet, because it's just a start. You can see that we did pretty well with the race strategy program, got some good resource points on board, but we didn't go on the softs in FP2, so we only finished in P18. That was pretty bad. But the qualifying pace program went absolutely horrible for us in FP3. We even got front wing damage. I mean, we finished P7 the session, which is pretty good, but still, it wasn't looking good. We got a good haul of resource points from all 3 practice sessions. We got 6% acclaim boost for me and 10% for Jordan King, to combine to 16%, so that's good. We have 720 resource points, so I wanted to do some upgrades. I wanted to do this front downforce one, but I decided not to do any upgrades and actually save up for a major upgrade on the engine. So now we're gonna head straight to qualifying. Let's see what our real qualifying pace is and where we're gonna start the race. You can see the sunny skies up ahead as we come to the end of our first flyer in qualifying. You can see it's a 1 minute 38.2, pretty slow. We're behind Giovinazzi and Gasly, so it's just the first lap, so I don't think it's gonna be, you can't really expect anything good. I'm still getting warmed up to the car, as in it's pretty fast in qualifying in comparison to practice, so I'm just getting a hang of things. Coming through on the second lap, we clipped the wall a little bit there, I think, but we get a better lap, 1 minute 38.1. We're still only P16, we're far behind our rivals, we're behind Giovinazzi right now. So I actually clipped that wall and I actually had a little bit of damage, but now I'm going to go out on a fresher set of soft tires, a fresh set of softs for another lap. You can see we're pretty far behind, P17 now, so those first 2 laps actually, they were not too good. So we come to the final corner to start our second last flyer, I think. So yeah, you can see we're already up on the previous time, so on the straight we were getting a little bit better. Track evolution is a major thing. 1.5 seconds improvement, 1 minute 36.5. Wow, that's P8 right now. So we had a major improvement on our previous laps. We go for a straight flyer straight away, but then something happens.
Oh dear, it's happened again.
What is it with Vietnam? That same issue with the recording happened again. Last time we did Vietnam gameplay, Q2 didn't get recorded. This time half of qualifying didn't get recorded, so we're gonna head straight to the race.
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
So we qualified in P9. It's gonna be a full race on one set of intermediate tires. It's not full wet conditions. You can see that Jeff wants some points. Well, so do I, but I feel it's gonna be a bit difficult because it's raining, so I really don't want rain. But we go to 5 red lights, and you can see that we have a good start. Off the start it was actually okay, but then we use overtake mode, and now we've caught up behind Paris. We have to be very cautious at the turn 1. You can see there's so much spray, it's very difficult to see. We get past Paris. Now we're going for a move down the inside of Vettel. I didn't want to squeeze him out, I actually just understeered into him because it's raining and that the downforce is just not good enough to handle so much rain, and just like not enough grip. You can see the Albon's just pulling away like crazy. Already 1 second gap. Wow, that's pretty crazy, because you can see that's how much faster these cars are. But first lap opportunism, actually first corner opportunism at its peak. But you can see we're going for a move down the inside of Albon now. We had a much better run through that chicane. We're keeping it tight through this roundabout section, but we actually get past Albon, and that is lap 1 opportunism, not just corner 1, because we've gone past another few cars now. Vettel gets past Albon because we hold him up so much. You can see we're running rich mix, but look at Vettel. Look at him. He's trying to get at us again. He's flying past us down the straight. His engine power is just so much more because there's no performance patch yet. Plus, he's in a Ferrari engine. He has a Ferrari engine anyways. We have a Honda engine. So even if there was a performance patch, there still wouldn't be that much of a comparison. The Ferrari would be faster. But look at that. You can see that at the exit of the corner we just got better traction. Now we're being very cautious with the braking, coming through my favorite corner of the track. It's not really my favorite in the rain because you can't take it as aggressively and as fast as you can in the dry. You can see we're coming through that S section. This is the Monaco S section, but now we're going to the Suzuka S section. But look at Vettel coming back at us because we get a wall of understeer through that corner, coming through the third to last corner, now braking for this hairpin. But you can see we're just side by side. This is not the place to be side by side because the next corner is the final corner. This is courage at its highest because look at that. Vettel just had to back out because I wasn't backing out of that, but Albon gets past Vettel now. Wow, what a first lap. It's absolutely crazy. We're braking hard for turn 1. Albon trying to go move down the inside of us now. He's gotten back at Vettel, but now he wants to get back at us. We just defend. We get better traction there. But coming through this first roundabout section, you can see we're just slipping and sliding around, but look at that. There's like 3 cars. It's 3 wide into this corner. And look at that. Vettel makes contact with us. We make contact with Albon a little bit as well. But Vettel, I think he has some wing damage or something. He's still holding it around the outside, but we get the position. We keep the position anyways. We get on that curve very, very heavily. But look at the replay. 3 wide into such a tight corner. Yeah, Vettel gets wing damage. His front left is damaged. He will have to pit for that because that's pretty bad damage there. But yeah, you can see we're slipping and sliding around because we just lose traction so easily in the rain. But he's still getting back at us. Look at that. he has less downforce now, so in the straights he's even more faster. So that is a little bit worrying there. I probably will get back at him in the corners anyways, but still, yeah, you can see we're going for a dive down the inside of the hairpin. Bit of wheel banging there. Wheel banging, something that happens a lot in these episodes. Now it's gonna happen a lot, I can assure you, because there are gonna be some nice battles here. Albin trying to get back at Vettel again, coming through to my favorite corner. Look at that, Vettel trying to go for a move again. How is he still holding this through? And Albin actually does get past Vettel because Vettel has wing damage, but I was so surprised that even after that corner he was still trying to have get a move on us. There's yellow flags behind. I think it's because of Vettel's damage, but actually no, it isn't because of Vettel's damage. It's actually because Pierre Gasly is out of the session, and the safety car is deployed. Look at that, Pierre Gasly. I don't know, I don't see any smoke, I just see spray from the rain, but his engine must have failed or something. But yeah, the safety car is out now, so we're under full safety car conditions. Wow, this is not the first time it's come out in our F1 2020 My Team Career Mode, but in the wet, a safety car. This is literally what this race needed. But then...
Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember, there is no overtaking until the green flags. Safety car in this lap.
As soon as I catch up to Verstappen, the safety car is coming in. I mean, I don't know if this is my luck, but... seriously, as soon as I kind of was struggling on these tires, and as soon as I catch up to Verstappen, the safety car is coming in. I don't get to do any tire saving, but you can see safety car restart. It's incredibly crucial that we do well, but you can see that we don't do well, and Albin is trying to get at us now. Look at that, he flies past us on the straight. We couldn't get Verstappen, but then we go for a switchback move. That's a textbook switchback move. Wow, that was pretty good. But yeah, Albin went way too deep in the wet. You can see that off the safety car restart, some drivers, the tires were cold, but later on in the lap, you can see that he's trying to get back at us again. I brake late. I'm slipping and sliding around the track. It's really wet, so it's really, you know, there's a lot of aquaplaning and there's not much grip, but I still hold out for now. But on the straight, look at Albin. He's just so much faster. He's just catching up to us. He's even passing us, but it's 3 wide. There's Perez. Perez is going on the move now. I back out of that straightaway because I know that's not going to end well. And I was right. It didn't end well for Albin, because look at that. You can see when we look at the replay, Perez just goes way too deep and he drags Albin off the track. And Perez rejoins behind, and Albin is just stuck there. He has to wait for all the cars to go through. Look at that, all the cars have gone through, even the Williams cars. Vettel and my teammate, they're battling at the back, because remember, Vettel had to come in for a pit stop after the wing damage. But Albin's race was absolutely ruined. We move on to a lap later. Now Lando Norris is attacking us. Albin and Perez are gone, but Norris and Ocon now, and Ricciardo behind them maybe. They're trying to have a go at us now, but Ocon gets down the inside of Norris there. Coming to my favorite corner now, the end of Sector 2. You can see that was really close, but we go wide there, but we survive for then. But on the next lap, this long straight is really a nightmare for us. I mean, the AI is just flying past us. I really have to swerve to block them, safely of course, and not breaching the rules, but we go deep there. You can see we get on the curb heavily, and Ocon's attacking us. What is happening here? Everybody's going for us now, and you can see we get a collision warning because we did make a bit of contact there. But yeah, down the inside we go. We regain that position. This is absolutely crazy. Things are going really crazy here. Everybody's attacking us in the middle of the race. Lap number 8 now. You can see the rears are absolutely going. The rear left is 50%. We're on the second straight. We're not even on the long straight. And we make a massive dive down the inside of Ocon there. But yeah, you can see we're really losing out because our rear tires are really going, and we have a good 6 laps left in this race. And so yeah, it's a little bit worrying here. We get a little bit of a gap to Ocon behind. Norris is behind Ocon, around 4/10 their gap. But yeah, you can see that Ocon is catching up to us like crazy once again. The rears are really going, even the front tires are wearing out a little bit. But look at Ocon, we go for a switchback move. Look at that, going from the outside to the inside. We're making a bit of contact, wheel to wheel at the exit. I get better traction, but then he's getting back at us again because we're in a straight line again. We're on the power. He's going down the inside. We're side by side into this corner. You're not supposed to go side by side here because now we're entering this tight S section, the Monaco S section. But now we're moving on to lap number 5. The gap ahead is it's huge. You can see that that Verstappen just pulled away from us. They're in a different league right now. But Ocon now, again, he's trying to have a go down the inside. We're really being cautious here because I really don't want to suffer a puncture and I don't want to pit. Definitely, because I'll just lose so much. I'd pretty much be at the back. You can see we're going for a dive down the inside of Ocon again into this corner. We leave him the space. We're following racing etiquette. We're being courteous. That's what I wanted to say. But yeah, Ocon really catching up to us, and our rears are just really going. They're just going off really bad. We move on to a little bit later down the straight towards the hairpin. We're still on the same lap number 9, but yeah, Ocon really catching up to us in the straight. I'm really getting worried because we're in P5 right now. This is a great position. It is the equivalent to our best finishing position, which is from the Bahrain Grand Prix last episode. But look at that. Again, we're diving down the inside. We're using so much ERS because we're harvesting so much ERS from so much braking in the corners from the rain. But yeah, we're using our ERS now. I put the fuel into lean mix because the engine was getting a little bit hot. But yeah, Ocon again flying past us. I don't know how much this is gonna keep going on. He really goes defensive. He really squeezes us. We squeeze him out now. I'm not gonna leave him the space. You can see the yellow flags because I really slowed him down there. But yeah, Norris gets ahead of him. Norris is ahead of Ocon now. There's an okay gap behind, around 4.5 tenths. But yeah, Norris got ahead of Ocon, but actually Ocon and Norris are battling. So you could have seen in the top left corner, you would have seen that they're battling. This keeps changing. But I actually went into photo mode to see my rear tires because I really noticed that they're going off, and the grooves that are there usually in the intermediate tires to expel the rain, they're not there in my tires. They've worn off. But you can see them in line with Norris's tires. They're really fresh because look at Norris going for a dive down the inside into turn 1, coming through turn 2. I just understeer into him, and now Ocon gets back at Norris again. There's a ding-dong battle behind. This is really crazy. But coming through turn 3 and turn 4 now, going to turn 5 and going on to this straight. We move on to the main long straight because nothing really happens after that. But you can see Ocon, we actually make a bit of contact there. We make so much contact. Ocon's front wing is gone.
Caution. The virtual safety car is out. Reduce speed and maintain a positive delta.
It's not a full safety car because it's just his front wing that's gone. When we look at the replay, you can see that we really squeezed him. That was really unintentional because I squeezed him much more than I intended to. And yeah, he just has no front wing now. So yeah, look at that. We really squeezed him, really damaged his car. There's debris all over the track, but the actual front wing is still intact somehow. It's still hanging on there. But yeah, the virtual safety car is there, not the full course safety car. But I feel that there should be a full safety car because there's a lot of debris on the track. But yeah, you can see that things just didn't turn out well. The virtual safety car is out. It's the same thing as a normal safety car, except that it's virtual.
VSC ending, we're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags.
The normal safety car would be out for 2 laps, but the virtual safety car, that can end in a few corners, just as this virtual safety car has ended in a few corners. You can see green flag racing straight away. Now coming out of the penultimate corner, the final corner, so much understeer. We clipped the wall a little bit. We don't have damage, but yeah, you can see we're facing major problems. If you look at the tire icon on the MFD, which is like, yeah, you can see a tire icon. It's bright orange, dark orange really. Yeah, dark orange, because our tires are really gone. But Lando Norris has a mistake. He makes a mistake. The AI mistakes have come to save us now. Look at that. He loses in a straight line because he was falling behind us and he just lost it. He couldn't control the car. He gets a little bit of damage. There's only yellow flags. There's no safety car or anything, so it's not major. I really hoped it would be major, but it's not major. But yeah, now Ricciardo. Look at Daniel Ricciardo. Ocon's teammate now getting back at us. There's a big gap behind to Norris and Sainz because they had to slow down on a safety car, but there's another AI mistake. Look at that, the Ferrari of Sebastian Vettel. He loses it. Wow, he loses his whole front wing. That's a major mistake from the Ferrari, having an absolute terrible race. Wow, so much action in just such a short time span. Just look at that, we make a huge dive on Ricardo because I want to get the position back, obviously. But yeah, so much is happening now. AI mistakes are just coming. So many AI mistakes are there. You can see that Norris pits after his incident, and Ricardo's all over the back of us now. There's a big gap behind from Ricardo to Sainz. But yeah, Ricardo is just right behind. We're trying to protect the position, but oh my god, the same thing as Norris, the exact same thing as Norris happens to Ricardo. He spins out in a straight line. He just couldn't control it. Wow, that's absolutely crazy. Look at that, he just loses positions. And yeah, that's just unbelievable. Sainz has caught us two up a little bit now. But then I get a radio message from Jeff, which is very, very crucial and actually really saves our race.
Heavy damage to the front wing of the car behind. It should be much slower.
Jeff's radio message wasn't crucial, but the events were crucial because Sainz actually has damage. I don't know how Sainz got damage, but he has damage as well. So you can see that Kvyat gets past him. Sainz is really far behind. He's coming to the pits, but our rear tires are well into the puncture zone. 78% wear on the rear left. Wow, we're really in trouble now because you can see that Kvyat, he's behind 1.2 seconds. But honestly, I just really want to save these tires because look at the tire icon. We're literally ready to get a puncture now. I'm taking zero risks right now. You can see how careful I'm being on the traction because this is so late. Look at how slow we're going through these corners because we're just really saving the tires. Kvyat's car right up back to us. He's right there. We're really blocking him off. This is the final lap. I know I can keep this position while preserving the rear tires because not the front tires, the rear tires, because Kvyat gets past us now. You can see that we're going very defensive, we cut the corner a little bit there, but we survive for now, being extremely cautious on the traction. We're holding him up so it slows him down, and there might be a bit of dirty air as well for Kvyat, but yeah, you can see Jeff appreciating that move. Valtteri Bottas wins the Vietnamese Grand Prix. The Mercedes really dominant this season so far, and we're using all the ERS we have harvested over because we're harvesting so much in the braking zones. We're just using it all because I really want to stay ahead of Kvyat. I know I can keep P5, and I know that I can save these tires. Coming through this hairpin, going down, you can see that there's six tenths behind. 80% wear now. We're in the 80% as we come in 80% range as we come through my favorite corner once again for one final time. It's the last lap of the race, remember? But yeah, this is so crazy. This is really where the tires are ready to blow. They honestly could blow any minute, so I'm being extremely careful. I'm not even reaching full throttle at all because I really want to be careful on the traction. You can see Kvyat is just all over the back of us. He really wants to get past, but we come through the penultimate corner. 83% wear on the rear left. You can see the tires were actually dead. Everyone threw everything at us. Renault, McLaren, Kvyat, but we come home to finish in P5 for the Vietnamese Grand Prix.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Of course, Jeff doesn't care at all about what happened in the race and how we got a great result as driver of the day goes to Kevin Magnussen. Yep, just take care of the car, that's the most important thing. Now let's watch the podium ceremony.
And what a performance it was from our race winners today. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
It's a heroic effort for any driver to race in conditions like these, and seeing them fight their way to the front was very special indeed. They were able to find all the grip, all the good lines, and have the confidence to get on the power to top it all off. That's what pushed them into first place here today.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today.
I think we can call that a good race. We get 400 XP for the podium pass right now. We're on our current tier is tier 3, but yeah, I think we can call that a successful race. We start on P9, but we actually finish in P5. Kvyat behind, we could have actually let him by because he had a 5-second time penalty, so he finished in P8. So pretty bad race for AlphaTauri. Not that great. Teammate Jordan King, he gains 5 positions, he finishes in P15, so his race pace is seeming better than his qualifying pace. And yeah, now we are in 4th in the driver and constructor standings, because like all the races so far, really, I'm carrying the team. I'm the only one who's scoring points because my teammate Jordan King isn't scoring and he's only in P21 in the standings. Yeah, constructor standings, we're in 4th behind Mercedes, Ferrari and Red Bull, obviously. Ferrari, they were actually in the lead of the championship, but after the Bahrain Grand Prix, because Charles Leclerc won. But Bottas won in Vietnam, had a better race, took Mercedes to the top. But now we have a press interview with Claire.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts. You gained a lot of positions during the race, didn't you?
I want to say that we had a great pace on the first lap, but I think our power unit is the best thing we have right now, so I'm going to go with that.
Your team must be ecstatic with how you're performing.
The answer on the left, the one I'm on right now, seems like the best one. I think it will increase acclaim and morale as well.
How do you feel the weather affected the outcome today?
Everyone was on different tires and the top drivers performed the best. That is so true, so I'm going to go with that answer.
More like Dodgems than Formula 1 today, wasn't it?
You can see one of the answers is unlocked by the social media team driver perk, but I'm going to go with those were just friendly nudges. That seems like the most safe and secure answer.
Great. Well, that's everything.
This is great. We achieved the PSD sponsor goal. Answer 4 interview questions. Good acclaim boost, 8% from my side, 10% from Jordan King's side. The team acclaim gets upgraded to level 5, and the team acclaim for me upgrades to level 4. PSD, yeah, as I was saying, we answered 6 interview questions, so we got a big bonus from that $178,000. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like button and subscribe and turn on notifications. This is F1ntastic Gaming.